legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Stanford's offense will have the first possession of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Got 3 on first down, it's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Gulbranson. Got his man in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle, safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive players. You get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Stanford! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Pitt Panthers offense will get the ball for the first time. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Now the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Pitt will have to boot this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Gobranson. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. A strike downfield. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Trying play action. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Setting up the screen. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Holstein. Pulls it in, it's Reed. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Stanford Stadium.
Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. He's got him. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off play action. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Gives it on the option. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations when you're anticipating the DNs really racing up the field. They didn't have it set up that time.
Back to throw, it's Holstein. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. No fall off from the noise or intensity from this crowd as we start the fourth quarter. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Makes the grab plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big fourth downs, they look for it.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them, you know the ball's going to come out pretty quickly, but he does a great job winning at the line of scrimmage. QB and him, same page. Fourth down, no problem.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. He wants to throw it again. Got him downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. Touchdown, Pitt! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point is good. They're up by 3, and a field goal would just bring us even. So it's an 80-yard drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Branson. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Looking left. Makes a connection. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Off-play action on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wideout trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. Timeout called by the defense and 15 seconds to go in this one. And this one to bring us to a deadlock in the final moments. And here comes the field goal unit. Good right down the boulevard. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Bunch formation for these receivers. Going with the ground game left. Oh, he's got some space. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Panthers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Complete downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. First play of the first possession of OT. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught over the middle. It's Doyle. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. He's got it on the run. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. A first down run in the red zone. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. On the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let them get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
3rd and goal, and you really hate to settle for a field goal with the first possession in an overtime period. Wants to throw. It's Gobranson. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. And this one is perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, Next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Catch in the middle. It's Lee. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Scanning the field, it's Holstein. He's got it on the move.
Pass on 2nd down, caught by the receiver. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
A field goal only forces another overtime. They can win it on 3rd and goal. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He got it in! A walk-off touchdown in overtime!
How about this offense coming out and